Welcome students. In this video, we will be discussing about the topic control flow statements. And the very first control flow statement that we are going to look into is switch statement. We have four statements: which, for, while, and do while. So these are the four statements that we are going to discuss in this entire section of control flow statements. And the very first video that we are starting with is switch statement. Right? Okay. So we have taken a file control flow.java, whereas we have the class control flow. Class name is control flow, and now we'll take a simple like conditional statement code, and we will just convert it into a switch statement, right? So we will be taking a variable. We will be taking a variable value equal to 3, and then we'll be checking if value is actually equal to 1. If the value provided is equal to 1, then with the help of system.out.println, okay, we have to print value was 1. Next one, we will write a nested if condition, else if, and we will check whether the value is actually equal to 2, and we will print system.out.println of the value was 2. Okay. Next, we will just enter into else condition. Suppose if both the condition that we have provided, if it is not true, then just print that the number which we have taken is not 1 not 2. Only job is to check whether it is 1 or 2. Both checking is evaluated to false, then we enter into else, where we have to be printing system.out. Print ln of, we have to print was not 1 or 2. It is not 1 or 2. Okay, so it was not 1 or 2. Right? Save it out. Okay, so let us execute, and suppose if value 3 is provided, what have to happen? You have to enter into else part, and it should be printing was not 1 or 2. Suppose if the value that you are providing it is equal to 2, okay, then let us click again. When you run the same thing, value was 2. Then if you change your value to 1, and if you're just checking it, then I have to run it. Okay, so value was 1. So it is working properly, whatever the condition. But for the same scenario, we are going to prefer switch statement. So when we have to go for switch statement is when you want to take a variable, a single variable, and you want to check for different values of the variable. If you want to perform something for different values of the variable, then switch statement will be working fine. So let me come here. Let me write this statement switch, the keyword switch statement followed by the variable for which I need to check for different values. I think the variable name is value. So switch of value and a block for switch actually. And now whatever we have taken as an integer value, right? So it can be, the value can be 1. So we have to check it for different values of 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5 also. So up to 5 we need to check it. So what we need to do? You have a keyword called as case. So case followed by the value that you have to check for. I have to check whether the value is actually 1. Suppose if it is 1, then this case 1 will be identified. And inside your case 1, suppose if the value that whichever we have taken, if it is case 1, then with the help of system.out.println, we just will print that the value was 1. Okay, now we have to specify something called as break. This break statement is provided. Break is provided in order to stop the execution. So if case 1 is identified, if the value is 1, case 1 will be identified and you will enter inside and you will print, and once a break statement is executed, then all the other lines will not be taken into account and you will come out. If case 1 is working, then break it. Don't continue it further. And then suppose if it is the value of, if the value is having 2, then this case 2 will be identified. Value 2, if value 2, then case 2 will be identified, and inside which we will be printing system.out.println of, okay, println of value was 2, right? Then the next thing which comes into act is case 3. Coming to case 3, it is going to be system.out.println. And one more thing we forgot is break. I'll tell you what is the requirement of writing break in and under every case. Now, coming to case 3, if the value is 3, then this case 3 will be identified. And this system.println will be executed. So here we'll be printing that the value was 3. Then again mention a break. Then after that we will write something for case 4, and inside case 4 we will type system dot out dot println of value was 4. Okay, now the only job of us is to check only from 1 to 4 whether the value is having 1 to 4. If value is 1, then this piece of code have to be executed. Then if case 2, then this piece of code, case 3 this piece of code, case 4 this piece of code. Suppose if none of this value is there in value, if then if one is also, if value is not equal to 1, not equal to 2, not equal to 3, and not equal to 4, then we have a block called as default case. This default case will be working if all these 4 cases are not working. So coming to default case, what we need to do is we need to just simply print that value was not found. Okay, so this it is system.out.println will be telling that it was not, value was not 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. So whatever is the value of the variable value is not equal to 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, because if it is not equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 only, it will be reaching to default part. Here also we will have a break statement in the standard, right? So now we will execute. I think the value is actually 1. So we will just comment on all these things. We'll just comment it out. So after commenting it out, we will now decide. Okay, now the value, what is the value? 1. If value is 1, then this case have to be identified and this system.out.println statement have to be executed. So we'll just again run that. Okay, we'll just check here. Yes, you can be able to check here that here value was 1 is printed. Value was 1 is printed. Now let me change it to value equal to 2. Save. Again let us execute and check. Value was 2. Yes. Then let us provide value equal to 3 and then check. Value equal to 3. Yes, value was 3. Then again let us change into value equal to 4. Then case 4 will be working and it will be printing value was 4. Now if I change it to 5, there is no case called as 5. So no case will be identifying, but the default case will be identifying it, because none of the other cases, if it is identified, then default case will be working, and default case we are printing that it is not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4. So It was not 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. It's what we will print. Yes. So for the same value, if we want to do some process for different values, then we can prefer switch statement. Okay, fine. Now the next thing is that let us understand the importance of break. Okay, so what we will do is, suppose if you have provided 4, value is equal to 4, and let me enter into case 4, and let me just remove this break statement. Let me take this break statement. Now what will happen? Just let us execute and check what is going to happen. Value was 4 is also printed, was not 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 is also printed. Reason is, when you switch the value, it will just keep on searching for the case. Like if 4 is your value, this case 4 will be identified, and whatever is inside will be printed. If there is no break is found, then it will also reach default statement, and also default statement also will be working. So consider this switch statement as like a pipe. That's like a pipe, and a pipe is having 4 4 disturbances in between, like 4 like 4 stopping points it is having. That stopping point is what called as break. So 4 stopping point we have. So when you pour water inside the when you pour water inside the pipe, first of all it will enter the first region, but there is a stopping point is here. Okay, stopping point. So the water is not able to go after this in the pipeline, but because of this break, because break is a stopping point. Suppose a break is not provided, it is like water. If there is no stopping point here, then water will automatically fall, and it will move through the it will move through the pipeline. Similar is what happening here in switch statement. So it's like a pipe. So you should mention break statement if you want to stop a water at some point of time, at some place. If you don't want to stop the water and the water will have to flow free, then no, don't give break statement. For example, let me comment all the break statement, and let me change the value to 1. So when the case 1 is getting true, so let me do case 1. So value is equal to case 1. And now let us execute and check what is going to happen here. Value was 1, value was 2, value was 3, value was 4, and it was not 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. All things are printed. So if break is not provided, it is like a pipeline without any stopping point. So when you pour water, it will flow up to end of the pipeline. If break is provided, and wherever break is found, and there the water will stop. Okay, fine. So if you don't want to stop it, then just don't give break. But if you want to stop, then you have to provide break. So without break, you will not, you cannot, like if case 3 is working, then from case 3, case 4 also will be printed, and default also will be taken into account. If case 3 is what we have given, case 1, case 2 will not print. So let us change your value to 3, and let us check. You can able to see here that it was, the value was 3, value was 4, and then value was not 1, 2, 3 or 4, which means whatever case is getting identified, from there only water will be entering. From there if water enter, then it will keep flowing if no break statement is available here. Because when you pour water, water will go to bottom, it will not go up in the pipeline, it will go down when you pour it from the top. Okay, so I think now you understand the importance of break. And also for multiple values, if the same block have to be executed, for value 3, value 4, value 5, if for 3 values if the same behavior have to happen, then what we have to do, same line of code, don't need to repeat again and again. Instead of having case 3 here, what we will do is case We will write same line case 4, then semicolon, then again same line case 5, semicolon. Then let us remove the case 4 from here. And now let us introduce also the break statement also. We will uncomment it. So break statement also we will comment again. So if the same statement have to be executed or same lines of code have to be executed for multiple values of the variable, then you can probably write case 3 colon space case 4 colon space case 5. So whatever the cases that you wanted to cover, all the cases in the same line you can provide. And we can write that it was value was 3 or 4 or 5, any one of the value that we are considering now. Okay, now we will just try to give 3, value is 3, and let us again try to execute this program. So we will just run it. Okay, I think we have break, right? Yes, it is having break, right? Yes, break is available, break is available. Okay, okay, value is 3. So again let me try. Okay, see here only value was 3 or 4 or 5 is getting printed, which means that case 3 section is getting printed for value 3. Let us try it for value 4. Let us try it for value 4. Again let us run it. Again the same case is getting executed. Let us change it to value equal to 5. Let us again run it. Again the same thing is executed. But here we will actually include one more println statement, like system dot out dot println of actually. Okay, actually the value is then the value that we can append, the original value is going to be value, variable value. The actual value that now we are working with is the value, variable having value, variable value. Okay, fine. Now let us check, because now the same block is printed. We do not know whether case 3, case 4 or case 5 is working. Now we can just probably check with value 5. When value is 5, we will execute. So now value was 3 or 4 or 5, but actually the value is 5. So because of case 5 only, now it is getting printed. Now let us change it to 4 to identify the difference. So now we will execute, and now value was 3 or 4 or 5, but actually the value is 4. Okay, then similarly we will change it to 3. We'll change it to 3, and then we will go for execution. Was 3 or 4 or 5, but actually the value is 3, right? So for multiple values, if the same piece of codes have to be executed, then we can probably give all the cases in the same line. Okay, then default will be working. So default will be working when all the other cases are not working. Break statement is very important to stop the process, stop the flow of water, stop the flow of execution, right? So now I think you have a basic knowledge of what to do with switch statement and how switch statement is working. But if you want to speak what kind of primitive data type that switch statement will be working with, is with primitive data type we can say that with integer and with character it will be working fine. Okay, so we have seen a demo with the help of integer. Now we will just little bit take a like problem statement kind of thing, and we will apply the character also, right? So the next thing that we are going to do is that we're going to create, okay, we will be creating, okay, create a new switch statement, create a new switch statement using character data type instead of, okay, having character data type instead of integer. Next, create a new character, create a new char variable, okay, create a new char variable, and then create a switch statement testing for. Okay, we have to create a switch statement, we have to create a switch statement testing for whether the character that we have obtained from the variable is either A or character B or character C or character D or otherwise character E. Okay, fine. Now verifying whether it is A, B, C, D or E, we will display a message. Okay, we will display a message if any of these, okay, if any of these are found, any of these above, any of those, or any of these like the above, any of the above characters are found. Okay, and then after displaying a message and also break it, so and break it, it's a very important, break it, right? Next one, add a default. Okay, add a default add a default case which will display, okay, which displays a message, which will display a message saying saying that the character is not found, character not is not found. Fine. We have to create a new switch statement instead using character instead of integer. We need to take one variable, character variable, and receive and assign a character value to it, and then we need to be creating a switch statement testing for checking testing whether the character received is either A for different values of A, B, C, D, E or E, and display a message if any one of this character is found, or otherwise break it, and also break it, and add a default which will display a message saying that the character is not found if all the other cases are not working. So with the help of this thing, what we will do is we will just start taking a character variable. The variable name we will take it as mychar, equal to, initially we will take the character as A. Okay, initially we will take it as A. Okay, my character is A. Now we will go with the switch. Okay, we will go with the switch case, and where we have to be switching the variable mychar. We have to be switching the variable mychar. Okay, I think it should be okay. Fine. If it is double quote, then it is considered as string. So you have to enclose it within a single quote. Right. So switching this character now, switch mychar. So now we have to. It is time to start providing case. So case, first value that we need to check for is A, single quote A. Suppose if this case is fine, if this case is actually found, then we can just print system dot out dot print ln of, like we can just simply print that it is like, yes, character A was found, character A was found, yes. Now we have to specify a break statement. Okay, we have to specify a break statement. So after this case is executed, we have to specify a break statement. Then we can just look for the next case, actually case B. Case B, and in case B, if case B is actually identified, then we have to be printing system dot out dot print ln of, we have to print that character B. Okay, character B was found, character B was found. Fine. Next, we'll just go for break statement, and as well as we'll start with case C. So if case C is actually identified, then we will go with system dot out dot print ln of, okay, we will just print that character C. Okay, character C was found, character C was found. Okay, so it takes break, okay, break, and then we will write case D. Actually we are planning for E, right? So we will write case D, and if this case D is identified, then we have to be printing system dot out dot print ln of, okay, character D was found, character D was found, right? Fine. Next one is like break statement. Okay, fine. Now coming here to the next case, actually next case is E, the last case that we are going to, last value that we are going to look for. And if this case is identified, then system.out.println off. You can just print character E was found. Okay, then we can look for break statement. And finally, if none of this value is found, then we will look for default statement, default case. And whereas in default case, we will be saying that system.out.println, we will be printing a statement that A, B, C, A, B, C, D, okay, D, then E. Okay, these characters are not found. These characters are not found. Right, fine. After that, we will be specifying break statement here in the default also. Right, so we are now trying to switch a character variable where with case A, case B, case C, case D, and case E along with break also. Okay, so now we will check for mychar is equal to A, what is going to happen. So it has to just print character A was found. Okay, so we'll go for execution, and let me expand this also further. Okay, so 1 minute. Yes, can you able to see here? The above switch statement is also printing some 2 lines, and finally coming to this new print of new switch statement, what it is getting printed? Character A was found when my character is equal to A. Now let us change into B. Okay, let me change into B. Now look, character B was found. Next, let me change it to C. Let me change it to C, and let me check for it. Character C was found. Then character D. Now here, character D was found. Then change it to E. Save it. And now we will check for it. Character E was found. And if we give any other character apart from these characters A, B, C, D, E, then it will be printing that A, B, C, D, E, these values are not found. And one more thing, let us try with a lowercase character. So far we have been trying with uppercase characters. Now we will just try it with lowercase characters. Okay, we will try it out with lowercase characters, right? Because here uppercase, here lowercase, we will try whether it is working or not. A, B, C, D, E, these characters are not found, which means that it is case sensitive. Here lowercase a, here uppercase a, both will not be identified. So cases have to be same. Right, I think hope now switch statement with integer also finished, switch statement with character is also completed. So coming to primitive data type, integer and character can be switched. But the JDK version, Java Development Kit, JDK version after 8. Okay, from 8 version, even strings can be used for switching purpose. Where string is not a primitive data types. So primitive data types integer and character, but even though strings can also be used, we'll just have a check of it. String, a variable we will take as month, we will take equal to double quotes January. This is a way of taking a character, string. So the month is January. So now what we are going to do is we are going to switch for different values of month variable. So with the help of switch statement, we will switch the variable month block. First case we will write. First case is checking whether it is January. It's January. Okay, case first. First case is checking whether it is January. If it is January, just print system.out.println of, just print that it is actually Jan. Okay, Jan month. Right, fine. And then we require of course we require break statement. Then we will go for next case. The next case is February. If February, and for this case February, we have to be printing system dot out dot println of, we'll print February month, Feb month, and then we definitely have to provide a break statement. Okay, let us get rid of this for now. Next, we can just give case and then let us provide March. If this case is working, then let us write system dot out dot println of, and this is March month. This is March month. Okay, then followed by a break statement. Suppose if all these 3 months are not possible, then simply print with the help of default case, just simply print that the above months are not found. So system.out.println of. So this particular month is other than, the particular month is other than January, February or March. So it's definitely not March. So you can just simply write it is not March. Okay. So month, okay, it's not March. You can write month was not January, February or March. Very simple. Give a semicolon and also place a break. And now let us check whether switching a month is possible or not. Switching a month is possible or not. Right. So we will just go for execution. We will just go for execution. See here, Jan month. Yes. So switching a string is also working fine. So what are all the types that can be switched? Integer, character, and string can be also switched. Integer means short, byte, long. These are also these are also whole number, right? So integer in the sense byte, short, integer, long, and character. These 5 primitive data types can be used for switching purpose, and then also strings can also be used after the version, including the version JDK 8. So after 8 version, so we have installed the latest version 14. It will be perfectly working. Right? Fine. Thank you, students. In the next video, we will start with control flow statement for, and we will get to know the looping structure and the looping logic. Okay, fine. Thank you, students.